Welcome back to the channel. It really seems like this is going to be the summer of Sundancers, and I'm okay with that because I do love a good Sundancer. I reached out to a family friend of ours, Paul Glayne over at Marine Max. I've known him since I was in diapers, and he's been doing this as long as I have known him. So if you have any questions about this boat, this is his listing. Check the link in the description down below, and he'll be more than happy to help you out. If you do decide to reach out to Paul, make sure you let him know you came from my channel so I can keep getting invited back, and we can keep bringing videos to you every Sunday. With all that being said, I cannot wait to show you everything this fully loaded 2009 52 Sundancer has to offer. And with that, let's start taking a look. Starting off, we have a hydraulic swim platform. We do have mounting brackets here for a dinghy, so you can slide a dinghy in there. And then obviously you have your flip down swim ladder there. Taking a step on, we do have your cable master here. We have your remote control for the hydraulic swim platforms. Moving over, a little bit more storage here and place for your freshwater hookup there. 2 steps up into the cockpit, and we have your transom shower here as well as transom lights there. As you can see, he has the slant back enclosure. And stepping in, first thing I noticed is it is air conditioned in here, so it is nice and cool in here, which is very nice because we are having a nice hot May. Looking aft, we do have a nice transom bench across the back. Nice table here. Some extra seating there. And then down below is access into the engine room, which I will get to at the end of the video. Looking forward on the port side, we have a nice outdoor sink here. Just below that, you have your mini fridge. And then forward of that, we have a ice maker. And then last, just some extra storage there. Before we head up into the helm, you do have a trash can here. And then just below that, we have access to get to the trash can and a little bit more storage. And you have storage underneath all of these seats here. All right, let's take a couple steps up into the helm. This seat does swivel, so you can turn it sideways and turn this whole thing into a bench, or you can sit there and stare at each other. And it does swivel like that, turning this aft face seating into a nice sun bench. So your captain is not lonely, and it is a single captain's chair here, but it is nice and tall, and I will show you the views all the way around. Again, these sea rays have beautiful sight lines, so you do get full 360 views all the way around the boat. Obviously, you're going to want to move that camper enclosure while you're docking, but there is an aft-facing camera, so you can't see it from the electronics up here at the helm. All right, and we will take a look at the helm. Like I said, this boat is fully loaded. You do have brand new Ray Marine speakers, and the dash is as nice as you would expect. And you have nice AC vents here. Keep it nice and cool while you're underway. The autopilot controls there. These are your engine readouts here. Nice Fusion sound system controls there. Trim tabs here, spotlight control there. You have your system monitors here, throttles obviously, and shifters, and then bow thruster there. And then all of your switches are here. There's too many for me to name, so I'll just hold it here for a second and hopefully you'll be able to read those. And then just below your switches, you have a little bit of storage here at the helm. And it is not a walk-through windshield, it is a walk-around, and you do have a power vent here that opens up this window down at the bottom, so you can let some nice cool air in here. All right, let's head up to the bow, show you everything the bow's got to offer, and then we'll head down into the cabin. Obviously, there's bow cushions that fill in here. Nice cup holders make this a beautiful place to hang out. A 52-foot boat, the bow just gives you so much room, so much flexibility. Access into your anchor lockers there, which I will open up, and then foot switches for your electric windlass, and then obviously your controllable spotlight. And as you can see, nice clean anchor locker. It's the same thing on the other side. 4 steps down into the cabin, and as you can see, this is a nice dark wood accented with light interior upholstery, and I think it just looks absolutely beautiful. All right, starting on the port side, you do have your standard panel here. We've gone over them on all my videos, so yeah, you should know what to expect at this point. And just behind the stairs, you do have a washer dryer combo, which is a very cool feature, especially if you're going to be using this boat for any extended trips. Most of the time, these Sundancers are weekend boats. However, at 52 feet, you can really extend this out and stay on this much longer than just a weekend. And just under your panel, we do have some more storage. And there definitely is no shortage of storage on this boat. As we go through, you will see more storage. You got your flare kit and owner's manuals there. Nice storage drawer here with all of your owner's manuals for electronics, your Fusion sound system. Nice liquor rack down below. It's got a place to put all your bottles. And then just forward of your panel there, we do have a nice Fusion sound system. Here is your entertainment center. Nice flat screen TV here with light switches there. Up above, we do have a DirecTV HD cable box or a satellite box, and then DVD player down below. And I'm sure the owner will throw in the movies in here. If you enjoy the Goonies, he's got it. Down below the TV, we do have storage there. And then let's open these cabinets up and show you, you guessed it, even more storage. And then moving forward through the galley, which we will get to, but I wanted to show you the berth on the port side here. It is a bunk bed berth, so you do have a single bed up top, and then a twin bed down here, so you could fit 2 people. And taking a closer look, we do have a hanging TV with some storage there, and a little bit more storage there. Put your DVDs. So you can watch some movies while you're getting ready to doze off. And just above that, we do have a nice skylight and then some extra storage here. And from the berth, you can get access into the day head. So this is a well, it's locked from this side. And from the twin berth, you do have access into the day head or guest head. Obviously, this is the one whoever's staying in this room is going to be using. First thing I wanted to point out is beautiful stonework on the floor. Very nice. Most of the time, these things are just straight fiberglass. And you have your electric head here. A nice deep stainless steel sink. Best part about this boat is even the guest head is not a wet bath, but we will get there. Nice, beautiful faucet. Beautiful countertops, real stone. Very nice. Wall plugs here, and then medicine cabinet style storage here. And then obviously you have a little bit more storage underneath, and you do have a nice vent with some Sea Ray logos here. I'm crouched down next to the toilet, so that's really cool. And under sink storage here and under sink access to the plumbing. But best part about this head is you do have a full separate shower. It is not a wet head, and it does have a bench there with some nice headroom. Let me take a step in here, see if I can show you how much room this shower has. And keep in mind, this is the guest head. Most of the time, these are wet baths, if they even have a shower in them at all. And hopefully this gives you a good idea of the amount of headroom in here. Like I said, I'm about 6 foot. Okay, so obviously this door leads you back into the twin berth, and this door takes you out back into the galley or the main hallway. P-way, as we called them in the Navy. And we're gonna move forward into the master stateroom, the forward V berth. The owner's cabin, the owner's suite. You do have a full door here that does close this off, so you get complete privacy. It is on a magnet, so you just pull. And so you can get full privacy here in the owner's suite. And then nice big beautiful mirror here with a nice hanging locker there. Some extra storage down below. A nice step to move up to step up into the nice large forward V berth. I would say this is probably king size, a little bit bigger than a queen, but it is funny shaped, so hard to tell. You have your TV here, and then down below thermostat controls, light switches, and 12-volt plugs there, and storage all the way throughout the master berth. And the storage continues all the way around. Nice mirror there, reading lights, storage continues, and a nice shelf there. He does have surround sound in here. Those are Bose speakers, so very high quality stuff in here. Really set the mood while you're going to bed. And then you have your escape hatch or skylight there, so you can stargaze while you're laying in bed. And opening this up, another nice deep hanging locker there. All right, working our way aft, this door here is the head. It is a private head, so there is only one way in here, and it is through the master stateroom, which is nice, offers a lot of privacy. Beautiful countertops, the wood accents throughout. You do have a vent there to keep the air in here and pump the air out if it gets hot and steamy in here. And then here you have a trash can, which is a very cool place to keep it while you're using the John right there. And then you have under sink access there. Medicine cabinet style storage behind these mirrors. Plenty of it. Let me open up this one as well. And you do have a power outlet there. And then you have another completely separate shower here. I mean, Sea Ray makes a great family cruiser. So nice big shower here. It's about the same size as the one in the dayhead. Maybe a little bit bigger, so I don't need to climb in there, I don't think. You get the idea. All right, let's keep working our way back. That's gonna do it for the master stateroom. Working our way back aft into the galley. First thing I want to point out is you do have beautiful countertops throughout. Obviously, we established that. A 2-burner stove top. Nice deep stainless steel sink, stainless steel faucet here. Storage there. Some more storage. Overhead storage. Overhead storage. You guessed it, more storage. There's tons of storage in this galley. And just above that, you do have your microwave there. Looking down below the countertops, you've got drawers here. I'm not going to open all those. You'll get the point at this point in the video. And you have a mini fridge down here below the countertops, neatly hidden away, and it is quite big for a mini fridge. Locks there and hides away. Moving aft, under sink access as well as trash can. In here you have a nice large freezer. So this entire thing is a freezer with lots of drawers to separate your frozen meats. But it is nice to have a separate freezer and fridge, and that's a pretty big freezer. And then moving aft, we have more storage. All right, moving aft into the salon. I'm sure you saw it when we came down, but we'll go into a little bit more depth. This is a sleeper sofa, so it does pull out, and we do have some overhead storage there. At this point, you understand it's got a lot of storage. I'm not going to pull it all out. This does raise and lower, so it can be a dining table or a nice little day table. These pull out for some extra seats here, and storage underneath each one of them. Plenty of place to stow all your things and keep the boat looking sleek and modern. Taking a step back, full mirrors all the way around. I got a comment one time asking why these boats have so many mirrors, and I really think it's just to help make it feel a lot larger down here. And it does help. Makes it feel real classy too. Back over here you do have wall plugs and light switches and a light switch there. Another mirror and another couch, and sit down and show you the views of the salon. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful in here. I could spend quite a bit of time in here. Subscribe so I can buy this boat. And you have wall plugs there. I think that's going to do it for the cabin. I think we covered pretty much everything that this boat has to offer in the cabin. I just wanted to show up top you do have surround sound Bose speakers in here as well. Let's go pop the engine hatch. I'll stick the camera down there. Hopefully you know what you're looking at, and if you don't, I'm sure I'll get a comment saying something about it. Let's go take a look. All right, taking a look at the engine room, you have your breaker panel here as well as your battery switches there. And he has a camera down here, so while you're underway, you can look down into the engine room without having to climb down in here. Anything's going wrong, you can get a quick view in here and see what's happening without having to open everything up. This boat does have Cummins diesel engines on them with about 630 hours on them, I believe 628 to be exact. A nice big Onan generator. And just moving aft here in the engine room, a lot of room to move around down here. There is your cable master there, and it fills into this bucket here to keep it nice and organized. You can get back there to your batteries filters, all the great things down here. Oh, and you can see these motors have been serviced at 619 hours. All right, so that is gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and if you are interested in helping this channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing. I'll see y'all in the next one.